Well, hello everyone. And this is a very special occasion for myself and for you because you're tuning in to listen to this interview through Landed for Success, being a VIP member and being part of the platform. And today we have the distinct privilege of hearing from one of our VIP members who is not just a VIP member. Greg is someone who goes above and beyond being a VIP member. He helps us with the technical back end support, membership support, getting the website functioning properly. And today he's going to share a little bit about a company he's launched that I'm really excited for him to share about so that you can actually see the great benefit in reaching out to Greg and connecting with him, talking to him, collaborating, seeing how you both can work together, being members of Landed for Success. So Greg, thanks for taking time today to chat with me. So the first question I have for you, just share with whoever is chiming in right now, a little bit about yourself, where you live, a little bit about you and who you are, so everyone gets to know who you are.
Okay, sure. So, hello everyone. I'm Gregory Turner, and I'm based out of the Toronto area, so the Greater Toronto area. And a little about myself. So I am originally from the Caribbean. Myself, I'm Jamaican. That's my background. I love traveling. I love technology, and love experimenting with technology and creating new things with tech. I like languages as well. So learning languages and learning history. I I'm really like if I can talk to you for hours about just history of just about any random country in the world.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm
We're gonna
kind of
have to have another conversation.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm very much like a history buff, so that's kind of like my sort of my hidden passion, so to speak, because it's not something I talk about just randomly.
very
Um,
good.
so yeah, most people know me for, just for, who I am socially and professionally, and yeah, just, love participating in the community and adding value.
Awesome. So first of all, thanks for sharing a little bit about yourself. I mean, you and I go back years, so it's
Mhm.
great now to be partnered up and working together to serve the Landed for Success community. So the other question I have for you, so just share with everyone what is currently your focus, your passion, what drives you right now, and why Landed for Success? Like, why are you part of this community?
So what drives me? I'm a family person myself. I'm a dad. I have two sons, also a husband, right? So as far as like what motivates me when I get up is helping to guide the next generation, right? So for myself, it starts with my own children, and I like to be a good example and mentor where I can as well, to just encourage people to build careers, mostly around technology, but of course, whatever you're passionate about, you should pursue it, right? Um, and find a way that, if you're doing something every day, something I strongly believe, if you're going to be working every day, make it be something that you love doing, right? Because that's where you're going to spend most of your life, right? So for me, um, I'll always do what I'm doing because I love doing what I'm doing, right? So if money is not a factor, I'd still be doing it, right? So that's something that I truly believe in is setting yourself up so that you can work in something that you're truly passionate about, and that thing that you're passionate about is able to take care of you financially as well. So that's very important.
And
And
is that why you picked up the industries or the platforms you pick is because, like you said,
mhm.
it keeps you in your passion, you're living your dream, you're having fun, you're serving clients. So I guess that's very important for you,
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So I've always been passionate about entrepreneurship, right?
right?
And I've always been passionate about technology. So when I decided when I was like, maybe like 16, 17 years old to go into technology. So this was a time when I'd say people were very curious about software and
Hmm.
.com and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, for me, what intrigued me about that is that I have the ability to create something and also build a business around it, right? And that was always, that's what really piqued my interest,
Okay.
I like to be creative. If I have an idea, I'm able to take that idea, make it into a product
Got
and
it.
share it with people, right? Like that's a really just being able to go from that from just from a thought to
Uh-huh.
being able to have something something tangible at the end is really amazing. And that's what really attracted me to software. Um, so, I started off, I remember even when I wrote my first line of code, someone showed me
Right.
how to write Hello World, and that was like a big deal for me.
Right.
Um, I went to school to study computer science as well. Even when I was in school, I was still like an entrepreneur. I had businesses as well that I used to run on campus. So in high school, I had businesses I used to run on the high school campus as well. So so I've always been like enterprising in that sense where, I am working in business, working in entrepreneurship, you know, interfacing with people in kind of a sales and a persuasive environment,
Right.
as well as fusing that with my passion for technology. So, yeah, it's been a great journey, honestly. A lot of personal growth came from that.
Okay.
A lot of one thing with business ownership and entrepreneurship is you have to have a different mindset when it comes to challenges, right?
Hmm.
You have to be able to be comfortable with the unknown, right? It's unpredictable, and that's okay, right? You have to be okay with that.
Okay.
And what you learn from that, what you learn from going through those hurdles, which are inevitable whenever you're building something on your own, or you're building something where you're the main driver of it, the experience really is valuable in the sense that, in your life, you just learn how to just handle just different challenges. Like, that nothing is going to be easy, but at the same time, like the way I see it, everything can be hard if you make it hard.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But
Right.
but you can have challenges and you just see it as a challenge and you just work through it. And everyone goes through challenges in life. So you just choose which challenge you want. If you can choose it, then you choose the ones that you want and learn from it and just keep growing and you have a great story to tell at the end.
Well, I appreciate what you're saying because I can tell you're very passionate about the journey you're on, the path you've blazed, and I can tell you take it seriously. It's part and parcel of who you are. It's not like it's separate from Greg Turner. And so I get that from you. I get that vibration and that energy off you. And so that leads into my next question. So let's just say I'm a Landed for Success member
Mhm.
and I click on your profile and I watch this video and I see very cool stuff about you and I hear this about you. Walk me through, let's just say I became a client of yours. What would that look like? What could you do for me? And how can you help me take my business and level it up and take it to the next level and the next level based on who you are from what
Yeah.
you've shared so far and what you currently do?
Sure. My business is called Supersize Your Business, right? So
Right?
I've had this business for about 12 years now, right? So it's been a while. That's how I met Gordon, and that's how I met you as well, right? So
Yes.
just me going out and really sharing how you can develop your business. At that time, the focus was on digital marketing. I wrote a book called Supersize Your Business as well,
Very
which
good.
published that spoke about how to leverage social media, how to do lead generation, and just use the platforms to grow your business, right? To find customers,
Mhm.
generate sales, build your brand, right? Um, so that's my area of expertise that I'd say most people in Landed for Success know me by.
Right.
Sense that, if you need digital assets to be created to help your business grow, I can help you with that, right?
Okay.
So just like here, I'm doing for Landing for Success, I help with a lot of the landing pages that people see, the email campaigns, just a strategy around that about how to just continue to build your list. Your list is very important if you're a business, right? Because those are people you can reach out to directly whenever you have something new to promote. So how to build your list, how to continue delivering value using digital platforms, right? A lot of Landed for Success, we have in-person events, but we also have digital events, right? So we're in both spaces. And so I help with really helping Landing for Success to leverage these platforms to grow, right? And so similarly for any other member, um, if you're looking for an opportunity to, if you're looking on ways to leverage all the tools that are available, whether it's social media, whether it's having great email campaign systems, automation, that's where I can help you as a Land for Success member. Um, and there's a lot more that I can do, but I don't want to confuse everyone. It's just, but I'll just focus on that for now, right? So really, like I know technology. So, um, one of the things that I created, a software that I created myself, is called AI Pando, right? AI Pando, it's now leveraging artificial intelligence, AI, to help you to manage your social media. So most people just don't have time to manage their social media for their business, right? And a lot of times you may hire someone to manage your social media and they give you these packages where they'll say we'll post maybe 3, 4 times a week and you got to pay us, hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars to do that, right? So it becomes prohibitively expensive for a lot of business owners to have someone manage their social media. And for that reason, they just don't do it because they don't necessarily see the value in it.
Correct.
So, what I've done, a lot of people are asking me to help them with social media. And again, I just didn't want to manually manage everyone's social media, right? So I said, hey, AI is pretty good right now. Like before, like maybe 6, 7 years ago, it wasn't really that helpful. But today, you can use AI to create content,
Hmm.
whether it's written content, media content, you can do all of that with AI now. So what I've done is I've created a software called AI Pando, and that software is able to help you to create content so you don't have to worry about being creative every day. It does the creative work for you,
Right.
and then it posts your content to up to 13 platforms, right? So all the big social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, it posts on all those platforms for you.
Okay, got it.
So what happens is you are doing something else in your business, and my software is working in the background, creating content, posting, and automatically promoting your business.
Very
So what
good.
you get from that is a daily presence. People see you every day because your social media is always being updated.
Very nice. Well, I'm glad you touched on that because I was going to ask you to bring that up. And I know we're planning up and coming live Landed for Success events that you can actually listen to Greg share more about this. So make sure and plug into those. But Greg, this is really remarkable because, and I hope you, the listener, as you're paying attention here, watch this. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a son. I'm sure he's a brother. He's an uncle. I'm sure he's a nephew, right? He's a networker. He's an entrepreneur. He loves serving people. He's out there pounding the pavement. He's not at home being lazy, sleeping on the couch, watching reruns of Price is Right. He's out there making a difference. And I know from personal experience, knowing Greg for over a decade, the amount of people he's helped because when I run into them, and they say, "Oh, Neil, I got to introduce you to my friend Greg Turner." I'm like, "I know Greg Turner," and it is always good things to people have to
Yeah.
say about Greg. So I want to give that back to you, and you've been a blessing to Landed for Success. The leaders like Gordon and Jay speak highly of you, and I'm sure the members value and appreciate you having you as part of the family or the community because we're building something very powerful here, and we want everybody to know that they can have access to you. So thank you for sharing today the step by step of what your day looks like. And I know you're a workaholic. I don't know if you take time off for movies and smelling the flowers, but I know you like to travel. You're an avid traveler, so you just came back from doing some trips around the world and stuff. So I'm happy to see you not just working all the time, but having fun with the family, traveling, experiencing history, as you say, learning about cultures and countries. And it's great to see you have that balance in your life. So I know you're a blessing to the Landed for Success community, Greg. So thank you for taking time to do this interview with me. And I'm looking forward to hosting you on our live Landed for Success events. Is there any tip or anything you'd like to leave our listener with that they should, if there's one thing you could teach them about your journey so far, what would it be?
I'd say embrace being curious. You know, growing comes from just being in the unknown, right?
Right,
So,
right.
everything that I've done in my career, it just came from just being curious, right? And just living in a world of possibility, right? You know about that, Anil, right? Like you create a possibility and you just make it happen,
Yes.
right? We all have that ability. So ultimately, I'd say to anyone that don't limit yourself, think about what you can be, what
Hmm.
you want to be, and then don't worry about the how. Eventually you'll figure that out, but just know where you want to be.
Fantastic. Well, again, thank you. And I'm looking forward to doing more with you in the days ahead with the Landed for Success community. And thanks again for being a blessing, Greg. And we here at Landed for Success wish you and the family and your business journey lots and lots of success. Okay?
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you,
Thank
Anil.
you.